3, 2, 1.
Hi, hello. This is Lobo. Welcome back to the channel. We have a very special video today as part of our vintage RC car series. In past video, we talk about AYKs and Tamayas. Here are the links to those videos. Today, we discuss a legendary radio control car, the Team Associate RC10. Here we have Alex, a very good friend to mine, an RC car collector.
Thank you so much for inviting me to your channel and providing me with the opportunity to share my passion to the world.
Alex, how did you get involved with RC10s?
Growing up in the United States definitely had its influence on my RC car choices. My fascination with the RC10 began when I was in elementary school, when I received the first copy of RC Car Action magazine. It was the November issue, and there was a shootout between the Team Associated RC10 and also the Team Losi GRX2. Before that, I was aware of Tamiya cars, such as the Hornet, the Hotshot, and the Blackfoot. But this was the first time I came in contact with competition RC cars. The entire design concept was so different than the plastic Tamiya cars, and the action shots, the super cool paint jobs in the magazine made the car super attractive.
I know you are a big fan of RC10s and have many examples. When and how did you get your first one?
I started racing sedans or touring cars in college at the Madison Area Radio Control Car Association track and trackside hobbies of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. It was one of those many late night chat sessions at the track, and I was gifted a partial original RC10 Worlds car by some of my racing buddies, Mr. Tim McNamara and Mr. John Colombo. It was only half a car, and then I purchased the remaining parts to complete the car at Doc's Hobby World in Madison, Wisconsin.
Hi, how did you further expand an RC10 collection?
After graduation, I started my career at a hobby product distributor in Champaign, Illinois. For the next few years, my RC10 was put in a closet and not looked at, until I came across the website RC10talk.com. I highly recommend this website to any RC10 enthusiast, as there is a wealth of information about the car. More importantly, the site has a group of very friendly and helpful individuals. It was then I started to purchase more RC10s and to start a collection. One of the first cars I restored was a powder-coated pink-top RC10 team car.
Hey, how involved were you in maintaining your collection?
Please understand, at the time, Associated have not reissued the RC10, so parts were hard to come by and also very expensive. The next logical step is to manufacture our own parts for the RC10. A friend and I decided to start a business to produce and sell RC10 parts. Our first item was a small foam transmission gasket. Then we produced carbon fiber parts. We developed a carbon fiber front shock tower that uses the B4.89 front shocks that was readily available at the same time to replace the .71 front shock of the original RC10 team car. Then we finally progressed to produce key components in gold anodized aluminum. Over the years, I have amassed a nice collection of RC10, and they're all currently living in a safe, climate-controlled environment.
Which RC10 will you be sharing with us today?
Today, I would like to share with you my latest acquisition. This is a rather special one because this is the only RC10 I purchased in Hong Kong. This is the on-road version of the RC10, the RC10 Dual Sport, or DS for short. This car was released in 1996 when parking lot racing was popular in the US.
Parking lot surface were normally not as smooth as racetrack. Cars need high ride height to run smoothly. Therefore, running a modified buggy was better choice than a form-type pen car.
Originally, Team Associated came out with 3 different versions of the RC10 DS. Number 1, a conversion for the RC10 buggy. Number 2, a sport kit. And number 3, a racer kit with upgraded parts such as hard anodized shocks and universal drive shafts. Later on, Associated will release a nitro version and a qualifier version.
How do you tell the different versions of the kits apart?
All the box front looks exactly the same, except for a logo on the upper right hand corner to distinguish each version. For example, my car is the full option racer kit. And now here is a picture of the conversion kit.
As we can see, this is an unbuilt new in-box kit. Let's open it up and take a look at all the components inside. Okay?
Let's start with bag number 1, tires. These are produced by Proline and they are a treaded tire and have open cell inserts. Next, we have the very famous Team Associated Stealth transmission. The next bag is the wheels. As you can see, these are a two-piece design with the rim and then an insert. Here we have a bag of plastic components for the rear end of the car. As you can see, that is the rear bulkhead, rear A-arm, and then the rear shock tower. And of course the universal drive shafts that's included with the racer kit. The next bag we have the infamous Team Associated hard anodized team shocks. These are 0.56 in length and they are the same for front and the back. As you can see, these are the older design non-threaded shocks. Here we have the springs and the ride height adapters, and of course the original silicone shock oil. In the next bag we have the front bumper with the Associated logo. And here we have some small parts such as zip ties, the rear spur gear, the antenna mount, and then the body post. And I want to comment about the little pink slips that you see with all the different packaging. IP, for example, is the name of the person that actually packed this bag. Oh, here is a very funny bag that we have here. The ball studs and then the ball cups. And the yellow powder you see in the background, these are actually the foam dust covers, but they have since disintegrated with time. In the next bag, we have the front end of the car. We have the front metal chassis, and then we have the steering arms, and then front shock tower, and also the front A-arms underneath. And the C carrier, as you can see. The battery cup, steering belt crank, servo mounts, and then here we have the front and rear anti-roll bars, some small parts, Allen wrenches, motor screws, and then we come to the centerpiece of the car, the black anodized aluminum top chassis, or we call it the black pan. And you can see this is a later version that is type C. And here are the literature that goes along with the kit. This is the instruction manual. It's all pre-cat, so all the instructions are pictures and text. Very, very different than the instruction manual you see today. The sticker sheet for the car. Parts list. And here we have a sell sheet for other Associated product of the time. The antenna tube, and finally the Team Associated wrench.
Here is what a completed RC10 DS cases would look like. At the time, the RC10 DS was probably a fun car to drive on a parking lot with its surprise suspension. big tires, and tons of real traction. However, today it will probably be outrun by a stock Tamiya TT02. RC cars have come a long way since the RC10. Hey Alex, thank you for sharing your RC10 stories and your very collectible RC10 DS with us today.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you so much for having me on your show.
If you would like Alex to share more story on vintage RC car or other RC related topics, please comment and let us know. We look forward to sharing more RC story in the near future. Thank you for watching. Bye.
And finally, here we have the body for the RC10 DS. Since the RC10 DX was an odd size, its footprint was in between a buggy and a touring car. In the beginning, there were only two body choices available. One is a Ford Mustang Trans Am racer, and the other one, which is what we have here, is a Mercedes-Benz C-Class DTM racer. More bodies were produced later, such as the BMW M3, the Chevrolet Camaro, and the Ford F-150 pickup truck. And here we have the sticker sheet that goes along with the body.